15 psychology facts about humans. Have you ever wondered why we often behave so irrationally? Psychologists do that too, which results in countless researches about human nature. Although there is still a lot of unanswered questions, and there's a long way to go until we find the definitive answer, for example, to why we fall in love with a specific person. Thanks to them, we now know a lot more about how we feel, think, and behave. Here we have collected 15 proven psychology facts that explain a lot about human nature and will completely change how you see the world. Number 15. Stress can be good for us. Contrary to popular belief, stress is not always a bad thing. Actually, it can be good for you. Psychologists have long observed that stress helps you accomplish tasks more efficiently and can motivate you to reach your goals. However, it is important to have good ways to respond to it and to have possibility to recover from it. Without them, it becomes unhealthy, making our life miserable. Number 14. Speaking in a foreign language changes your decisions. You would not think so, but you might make different decisions when you are speaking in your second language. According to a study conducted at the University of Chicago, students using a foreign language made less emotional and more rational decisions. This suggests we might process information differently when speaking another language. Number 13. Some emotions are universal. No matter where you are in the world, people will recognize if you make a sad, happy, disgusted, fearful, surprised, or angry face. Due to this, these emotions are called universal emotions, and they are known across cultures and at a very young age. Number 12. Social connections might be more important to us than food. Maslow's hierarchy is probably wrong. His hierarchy of human needs says that at base levels, we are driven by basic physiological instincts to survive, and only after fulfilling these needs can we move over to other needs, like social connections and self-actualization. But current research says otherwise, as it shows that our most fundamental need is belonging and our connection to other humans. This is what makes us engage in activities leading to self-preservation or self-fulfillment. Number 11. Some of us can smell colors. A few of us can see the shape of emotions, smell colors, or hear shapes. This interesting neuropsychological phenomenon is called synesthesia and happens when our mind involuntarily blends sensations that normally are experienced separately. The people who experience it tend to be born with this skill. Number 10. Things that happen to us in early adulthood are with us long term. Have you ever noticed how your mom likes to speak a lot about the things that happened to her during her early 20s? Or ever wondered why people love coming of age teenager stories? Our preference for recollecting memories from adolescent and early adulthood is called reminiscence bump, and it might be because of the many changes we experienced during that time, and our mind tend to remember changes more than a bit more monotonous periods. Number 9. Listening to classical music is good for your memory. Do you want to perform better at learning something? It might be time to open your classical music folder, as listening to classical music was found to enhance even older people's memory performance. The finding is so robust that it has its own name, the Vivaldi effect. Number 8. We prefer our own accents as soon as 5 months old. Babies are born with the ability to understand all accents of the world, but from the age of 5 months, they start to prefer and listen to their mother's accent and avoid connection with people with other accents. Number 7. Experiences make us happier than material gifts. If you want to give the perfect present, remember that psychological research suggests that purchasing experiences has a more lasting positive effect on people's happiness than material objects, and looking back, people will also believe to have spent their money more wisely. Number 6. Isolation can hurt us physically. Call your grandma. Being socially isolated and feeling lonely have serious consequences on us. They make us more prone to poor mental health and can lead to serious, undesirable cardiovascular outcomes. Number 5. Happiness is contagious. And so is sadness. The basis of this phenomenon might be our natural tendency to mimic the behaviors and facial expressions of others. Scientists say this emotional synchrony happens unconsciously, but the extent of it depends on the intimacy we share with the other person. Number 4. People with lower self-confidence are more likely to be successful. People usually think that high self-confidence is the key to achieve success, but according to business psychologists, it is not exactly true. Low enough self-confidence makes you more open to feedback and behavior changes, which result in better workplace results. Number 3. Proper sleeping hours improve our memory significantly. Do you want to remember something? Give yourself a good night's sleep. According to a study, fresh memories stick better if we have a well-deserved rest after studying them. Number 2. Writing by hand makes kids smarter. Although life is getting more digital, psychologists argue for keeping handwriting part of our curriculum. It seems that kids writing by hand learn more and remember better than the ones using a keyboard. It might be due to the fact that handwriting activates more senses, which helps to create connections between different parts of the brain. Number 1. Being depressed may age your brain. At a study of an older community, researchers have found that following depression, people had their brains in worse shape. The brain has literally shrunk in its volume. Depressed elderly have exhibited greater memory problems than their peers.